What if I told you that you actually are not trapped at all? You have the power and everything within your control to make a different decision and to use those emotions that you're experiencing right now to change the game for yourself, to change your life. In fact, I would dare say that you have all of the control and all of the power right now. And that starts with one decision. So today, this is our 8th dose of vitamin D3, and that is the 21-day live stream challenge that I am doing. I told you that I'd be showing up every day to give you a little dose of truth and enlightening and stimulating conversation, and to help you move along, move the needle along, right, in your business and in your life, wherever it is you are deficient. And many people, like yourself, tend to think that you spend a lot of time complaining about the job that you have, and you don't really see it as a blessing, right? You don't see it as, an employer that you can use as your silent investor to fund your dream business. So I'm here to share with you that you actually can do just that, and you should be taking that energy and those emotions where you're like, I am so discontent with this job, and using that as fuel to using those emotions, that discontent that you're feeling right now, as fuel for your economic or your entrepreneurial vehicle, so that you can either start, if you haven't already, or continue to grow your business, to continue on your entrepreneurial journey. There are so many things that you can be doing right now, and it doesn't require that much from you in the beginning phases, and you just have to find time in your day. You have to find time in your day, like through the crevices of your day, if you are actually working a 9 to 5, okay? And you will have to find, of course, the energy, right, as well, because you're gonna need both. But rather than being over there with your peers, with your colleagues, gossiping at the water cooler, or, spending time texting and typing people and gossiping with others, and doing things that's not going to help you to grow your business, that's not in alignment with your core values. Rather than that, why not simply utilize the time that you do have, or find the time in your day to work on your business while you are at that job? Because sometimes it is the crappiest of jobs, honestly, that will be all the motivation you need to start or grow that business, right? Or if you started and then you stopped, because a lot of people are on that start-stop cycle as well, this is a great opportunity for you to get back on the entrepreneurial journey, okay? So what you can do, and what you should be doing if you're not already, if you're just at the beginning, is start to, in your downtime, on your lunch breaks, during your whatever time you can find, like I said, within the crevices of your day, whatever time you can find, because it's not, I understand what it's like when, depending on the kind of job you have, you may not have a lot of time, but you can find some time to work on the things that are important to you, because we do it all the time, right? So you can be doing research, researching whatever aspect of your business you need researching, depending on where you are in the journey. You can be researching the kind of business coach you need to hire, the kind of help you might need as far as, like a VA or a virtual assistant or a personal assistant. You can be reaching out to other businesses. What you need to be focused on primarily when you are starved for time, which is typically the case when you are working a 9 to 5, is high income producing activities, right? So oftentimes what happens is many entrepreneurs, especially newbies and some seasoned entrepreneurs as well, tend to struggle in this area because they spend time doing busy work that doesn't get them anywhere. Time consuming, tedious tasks that can be outsourced to someone, right? If you were to hire or outsource the work to someone. So rather than trying to take it all on yourself, you can be looking for VAs that you, believe it or not, can hire for a very inexpensive fee or cost, okay? You can hire here in the US if that's what you're more comfortable with, but you're going to get more bang for your buck with very talented individuals who are overseas. So you can start there. You can look on Fiverr if you or Upwork or places like that if you're just needing, like a one-off project and not necessarily need to hire people. They have very affordable projects, that they can help you with. So that's one of the things you should be doing is researching. You should always be researching and developing. You should always be working on mastering your craft. How can you get better in your skill set, right? Whatever kind of coach, consultant, or service provider you are, how can you get better? So you should be working on those skills. You should be reading. You should be figuring out where you can go to network. You should be doing direct sales. You should be reaching out to key players in the community that you can connect with. Okay, so these are just a few things that you could be and should be doing on the journey. So it's so easy to say the kind of time we don't have when in fact you can find the time if you stop scrolling. You can find the time if you stop watching Netflix, right, and stop watching the tube. You can find the time if you would, put down the things that, again, are not going to give you a return on your investment, and then focus on the things that actually will. Okay, let's go this way. So that's, I want you to start thinking about what it is you can do, not so much what it is you don't have the time to do or can't do, because that's just too easy of a cop-out, right? That's too easy of an excuse. And I know what some of us do have valid excuses, but those things that you can control, those things that you can change so that you can work on what's important to you is what you really should be working on, okay? So like right now, I'm doing a live stream. I told you I would be doing a live stream every day for at least 21 days. I also need to get my walk on, right? Every day I care about my health and my wellness. And I spoke about earlier, my last couple live streams ago, that your health is your ultimate wealth. So I am living proof. I am a prime example of what that looks like because I'm doing it right now in real time. I'm not using an excuse. I could have said, I don't have the time. This is a part of me keeping a commitment to myself. This is a part of me keeping the commitment to you so I can help you all. So why, I could easily say, I don't have the time. I don't feel up to it. And you know what? Today that would have been true, but I'm here. I'm doing it anyway, right? I'm making sure that you're getting the information that you need in order to succeed. And I am also taking care of my body, right? Taking care of my overall well-being, mind, body, and soul. That's what's important to me, so I do what I have to make time for it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the deal. And I want you to do the same. So let's finish out this year strong with making no excuses, okay? No excuses, because it's just, we cannot continue to be the CEO, meaning Chief Excuses Officer. We need to be the real CEOs of our business, our brands, and our lives, right? And that starts with making a plan, making a commitment to stick to it, implementing the plan, and then making sure that you stick to it, right? It's really that simple, but we tend to complicate simple things, right? So, no excuses, okay? No excuses this year. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make sure that we light a fire under our buns, especially if we cannot stand the job that we're in. If you hate your 9 to 5, if you don't want to work there anymore, if you don't want to work any other job, you don't have to. You are in the driver's seat, okay? You. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do to change the game for you, right? What are you going to do to get out of the rat race? What are you going to do for your health, your healing, and your happiness? How are you going to prioritize self-care? How are you going to make sure that your soul is full? How are you going to, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's all up to you. The only person who is in your way is you, right? So we've got to get out of our own way and believe, like we gotta believe that we can do it, and we can have anything we desire, anything our heart desires, anything we envision for our lives, we can have it. But in order to have it, you have to do something about it. That means you've got to get into action, radical action, not just, not a little bit of action, not just kind of touching here and there kind of action. Like every day, what can you be doing? Incremental steps that you can take to move the needle towards your goal, to get one step closer to your dream. What can you do? So take that energy, take those emotions of, oh, I can't stand this job. I hate this job. I don't want to go back. They get on my nerve. Like, this boss is on my last. I'm so sick of the gaslighting. I'm sick of the negative, negative discussions in the office politics and the bureaucracies of corporate America. I'm so sick of it. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of getting up early in the morning and commuting. I'm tired of the gossiping employees. I'm tired of the toxic environment. What are you going to do about it? That's what I'm saying. So do something, because you have it in your control. You got me? So drop in the comments if you have any questions at all, or in the chat if you're here with me live. All right. And make sure that you are putting yourself first in every way possible, doing the things that light you up and feels good to you and brings you joy. And you cannot do that if all you're doing is sitting there complaining about the situation you're in right now, the predicament you're in right now, when you have the power to change it. You have to change your mind. You have to make the decision. You have to say, this is it. This is what I've got to do. I'm fed up. Let this be the motivator, the motivation you need. Let your job be the motivator to move you forward fast and furiously towards your future. You understand? Don't get caught up with, the other employees who's never going to do anything, because all they do is bitch, gripe, and complain. They can care less. They're not planning on doing anything more. Misery loves company. Don't be caught up in the misery of other people, okay? Do what's important to you. Make time for the things you care about, and then go for it, okay? No more excuses. We still have some time this year. You don't have to say, this is a wash. I didn't reach my goals this year, so I'm just going to wait for the new year. No, because we already know what that means. When the new year comes, you're not going to, that new year resolution you make, that you make every year, that you've been making for the last 5 or 10 or however many years, you're not going to stick to it, okay? If you already know that's true about yourself, if you already know you never stick to it, then no, that is not the answer. Why would you make a New Year's resolution you're not going to keep? Just make the goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the target. Start getting in front of your target market. Okay, let people know you're there. Make some noise. Get out in the world. Tell any and everybody who will listen, who's important enough, who matters, that this is what you're doing now. Let them know you're starting a business. Let them know you're growing your business. Tell them what it is you're doing, okay? It's not a secret. So unless it's, coworkers and stuff, people you can't trust. I'm talking about people who are within your circle. Start making a network of resources. Get out there and connect with people and collaborate and build real, genuine relationships with people who are of like minds. You've got, you can get out in person, which you should, I highly recommend, and online, okay? There's so many on and offline forums that you can go to. There's so many groups, there's so many events, social events that you can be a part of. And also start saving some portion of your money for startup costs. And if you're growing your business and if you're starting a business, while you're transitioning, go ahead and start working on getting some grants, some business funding. I highly recommend grants. If you missed that episode, go back to, I think it was day 2 or 3 of the daily dose of vitamin D3 and look that up, okay? Because I spoke about how you can get grants. I showed you in real time. This is something I work on at least one to 3 times a week, okay? Because I have an agency who actually does it for me, but you should be doing it yourself as well. Make the time for you to be able to get the grants and the money that you need to fund your business. Use other people's money, okay? Even if you are, doing like you're starting your business on a shoestring budget. That's okay. I did too. I funded my business for the longest time, self-funded, okay? But gone are those days. Now I have an agency on my side who's helping me with the grants. I'm working in other funding myself. So this is Money Moves Monday. So this is the theme around that, is how are we going to make more money, make basically a bigger impact, right? Be an influential leader and make a bigger income, because that's what this is all about, right? We are in business, at least the women that I work with, we want more peace at this age and stage and phase of our lives. If you're on after 40 or 50 years old, you want more peace. You want more power. You crave more pleasure. You want bigger profits. Well, this is how you're going to get it, is by making time. So no matter where you are in the journey, make sure that you do the things that matter most to you. Get in action so that you can hit your goal, and gone are the days where we're making excuses when we can make time to do the things that aren't important. Let's go ahead and make time for the things that are important. And that is your daily dose of vitamin D3 today. Thanks for walking with me. I'm starting to get out of breath, as you can hear, as I am walking and talking, but I hope this has been helpful and valuable to you. And I will see on the replay if this played all the way through. I hope it did, because as you can see, I am walking in my neighborhood, but around the lake in the park. And so it may be a little choppy at times, but for the most part, I do hope that you were able to get the gist of this message. If you want me to do a follow-up video, or if you have any, need any clarification or anything at all, let me know. Let me know how this was helpful. And I'm out of here, all right? I'm gonna tune out while you tune in. Be sure to share this message with someone who needs to hear it. It is so important that we level up in all the ways. This is your year. This is your time. Your time is now. So shine bright like a diamond, okay? As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.